Alrighty, so we're gonna be playing Vampire the Masquerade Reckoning in New York. Carlos Rocha, not the second protagonist. My side has gone AWOL. That music is still quite loud, actually. I can't hear myself think. My side's gone AWOL and I've got no clue why. It sucks, but hey, I'm a raven. I don't know what that means. When things, I thought this was like an earring that just wasn't properly attached to their ear. When things get dicey, I go with my gut. And right now, Sammy just keep searching. Hasn't let me down so far, and it won't start now, right? Okay, but he looks kind of cute though. Like I could fix him, and that's okay. Wait, what? Animals can just communicate with, control, or feed more efficiently on animals. Obfuscate allows kindred to hide easily, move without being noticed, and divide the eyes of observers. Presence of the kindred to information others to attract or terrify. I have 2 points. All right, I'm going to do that then. I think hunger, strength, and risk management disciplines. Yeah, we'll do that. That's fine. Night 1, the beginning. Press any button to continue. I feel like I should be playing this. Oh. I don't know if it like just turned. Is my query. Like, have we just turned into a vampire? I should we find out. As I said, I've played like the D&D version of this game, but I've not played the game of this game. 7 nights till New Year. Oh, that's foreboding, isn't it? Oh, there's gonna be a lot of reading. Okay. Yeah. D'Angelo's burrow, if you can even call it that, feels more like a rough draft of an asteroid belt. Suggesting it's shabby almost gives it too much credit, as if there's some hidden allure to the mess, which there definitely isn't. His head is cocked thoughtfully, beady eyes piercing me right through. Does this acute interest stem from the matter I brought in, or does he simply enjoy watching me wriggling in this wretched chair? I'd ask, but underneath the repulsive mask of his face, I notice something that looks a lot like fear, a detail I pocket for later. A strong synthetic odor taints the still air. The world is moving forward, but this crap reeks worse than your average smoke. And the way he squashes those mini cigs in the ashtray, I miss smoking so much. It's clear D'Angelo's struggling to shake off old habits. I need to move my character, don't I, so you guys can read what's happening. So me self here, and then I'll put chat like above. Do you know what? We'll put it behind me, I think. Or we'll put it like there for now. Oh dear, that was not where I wanted that to. I don't know where that's gone. That has disappeared into the abyss. Haven't smoked? I haven't smoked. Oh, there it is. I've put it somewhere else now. You know what? It can stay there for now. That's fine. It should not stay there. I need to. There we go. We'll do that. I mean, that's okay. A strong synthetic odor taints the still air. The world is moving forward, but this crap reeks worse than your average smoke. Oh wait, I read that. Is it for your ADHD? No, I just haven't smoked. Because I've run out of ADHD meds now. We're just raw dogging it at this point. Not that I want to throw stones, but he's quite the character. Useful, but infuriating too, at times. Like right now, for example. My man needs to go and see a doctor for his mouth. Like, those are not... It looks like he's had his jaw broken and hasn't popped it back into place. Let me get this straight. You lost your sire, eh? I feel like I'm about to be really... no, I didn't lose him. He just chose to be a no-show. Which doesn't happen all that often, I take it. Not without telling me it doesn't. Reynard Casahal has a knack for vanishing though. Maybe he had to make himself scarce. Skip town. Thank you, saved GG bot. I appreciate that. That is really old. Why has my VTuber disappeared again? What is happening? Oh yeah, I'm just let that again do its thing. He'd have left me a clue for sure. You're still relying on those wall tags, the hobo code or whatnot. A specific cipher unique to each ravenous band that lets him communicate in code. Callie's quarter-ray employs a modified hobo code, distinguished by the addition of 3 lines over a dot, allowing only those in the know to understand the message behind the altered symbols. Little Chandler here has totally been killing it lately. I mean, I might have casually mentioned the code once or twice, but nothing major. Well, right, maybe I showed him a symbol, one that's pretty much useless on its own. Sigh. If Renard catches wind of me spilling the beans, he's gonna flip. He's like Fort Knox when it comes to our secrets. We do, and I found absolutely zilch, which doesn't happen, by the way. We never bail on each other when we split up for stuff like this. It's just too dangerous. It was away talking to my dad, but for reference, Tom Tesco is a horrible sightseeing spot. I don't think he came back just to shit all that. Maybe he didn't have a chance to leave a trail. Where were you two supposed to rendezvous?
Big.
The usual sketchy alley we always sit up. Don't worry your pretty face about the details. Hi, baby.
What are you getting on?
I'm getting on okay.
Well,
You want to say hi to chat?
fuck off, chat.
That was very polite, wasn't it? It was quite polite for Baxel, wasn't it, really?
Boy.
I don't think you are a good boy, but we can pretend for the sake of, you know, everything, I guess. That's where's the spot for horror. True. Why all the secrecy? You think I'm gonna snitch the undead cops? Like, I know we're not supposed to judge him by his cover, but is he got a vape pen? Is my man vaping? He's got me tied to a chair, no? Look, I'm trying to do this investigation, right? And yeah, I know your spot. Coney Island, right? Let me smoke it. No. Behave. What was the point of asking in the first place? Narrative reasons. Maybe dropping by D'Angelo's wasn't such a great plan. Or maybe he's not as useless as I assumed, but he's definitely got me on edge. I shoot him a skeptical glance, but he appears to be elsewhere, lost in his own thoughts. His lips move silently, almost like he's whispering a prayer. I strain my ears and finally catch a few words. He looks stoned out of his mind. Look, man's just having a good time. When damsel in distress entered his dimly lit office, lost in the urban jungle and with nowhere to go, she turned to the only person she could trust, Detective Extraordinaire Gianni D'Angelo, but neither of them foresaw the storm brewing, ready to shake their world to its core. I'm pretty sure he is making a vape pen. I'll skip over your noir wet dreams, but what's the deal with the storm? Don't you worry about it. No, he says it really makes me worry about it, but I brush it off. I feel like we shouldn't brush it off. I feel like we need to find out what it is. So you made your way to Coney Island, but came up empty-handed. No Casal, no trail to follow. Anything noteworthy at all? Just your typical shady assholes loitering around, clearly up to something. Pretty standard for New York City, as far as I'm aware. Shady assholes? Who? Kindred? The term used by the Camarilla to refer to a single vampire or the entire vampire community. To refer to a single vampire or the entire vampire community, so just everyone. Okay. The term lick is used by the anarchs in a similar manner. I see. Okay. So I assume there are different, like, clans. I was on the New York City subway at 1 AM in the summer. Never again. Yeah, probably. I would personally, I could never. I feel like I should make my VTuber's hair like black so that I fit the vibe for this, but that's okay. Regular folks, I think, all twitchy and restless zombies. He furrows his brow, nodding slowly, but seems more in mourning than deep in thought. When he finally speaks, it's not at all what I was expecting to hear. To be frank, Callie, I'm running short on answers. Your sire seems just temporarily unavailable, or gone for good, or something else. Can't say I'm entirely shocked. He tries to stroll around nonchalantly, but the mess in his bureau just as nonchalantly throws him off balance. Completely ruins his noir vibe, so I shoot him a cheeky grin, but he's too caught up to even notice. Breaking character must have rattled him good. If I were you, I'd take a leaf out of his book and disappear pronto. In fact, that's exactly what I intend to do once I'm free of my business in the city. I unpocket the fear I observed a moment ago and give D'Angelo another good lasting look. He's genuinely terrified, like seriously scared, but there's this hint of desperation too. I've got to tame my inner con artist. She's practically salivating in my head, just waiting to join. I can do treats for Nico, bear with me. Nico. I would if I knew where she was. What did you just fall off of? Were you in the wardrobe? Don't you fucking argue with me. You know you're not allowed on top of the wardrobe. Don't argue with me. You want these limited edition festive turkey and salmon flavored Joomies? We're still going through that pack of treats that Shadow got off of the throne. Shout out, Shadow. You leave my VTuber alone. She's not been she's not been used for a while, man. I gotta, like, I know. You good? I think it's because, wait a minute, let me play model. I agree. Like seriously scared. But when things go south, D'Angelo's the buddy you stick with, not somebody you ditch and forget. Johnny, seriously, what's up? I'm kind of freaking out here. There are too many loose ends to stitch together a complete tale. Frankly, it's too lengthy for just one night anyway. But there's a storm gathering in the city. I've been through some rough patches, but this feels like a whole different kind of trouble. I bet it was, Maury. Cut the cryptic shit, just for once. He looks over my shoulder, lost in thought, like he's figuring out how to drop an anchor on someone who's already drowning. Our kind has been dropping like flies lately. No one seems to be a specific target, but it's hitting mostly Duskborn. So Duskborn Finblood, neither wholly vampire nor mortal, the ever-changing nature of the Duskborn evokes pity, jealousy, and fear in equal measures. Considered little more than trash by most vampires, the Finbloods are banding together, leveraging their resistance to sunlight and the strange mercurial adaptability of their powers against their oppressors. So I assume that they are like vampires who started to be changed, but then were never finished. The court dubs it the culling of Finbloods. Real knee slapper they've got, those sons of guns. Court, the social system of a city's Camarilla kindred, resembling the feudal system of mortals. At the top is the prince, below them the members of the Primogen Council. Order in the domain is maintained by a sheriff. The gatherings are organized in secret sanctuaries known as Elysiums. Okay. But there's been other victims too. A chill runs down my dead spine. Here's the sad reality. New York City has never been as dangerous a kindred as it is these nights. In fighting an external threat? Are the sex seriously at each other's throats that hard? Same old song and dance, right? But this time, there's a curveball. Enough to make him halt the hostilities and... You know what? I'll fill you in while we hit the road. The urge to flee slams into me like a freight train. Something about his tone that almost convinces me to hightail it out of the city, but it's not quite time to make a break for it. I might stick around for a while, so... D'Angelo's visibly concerned. Should I be worried too? You're really not gonna let him go, huh? Of course not. I'll find Renard, come hell or high water. Besides, someone has to handle detective duty since, judging by how desperately you want me to drive you out of town, damsel in distress is already taken. D'Angelo tilts his head downward, just enough to fix his crooked smile, a smile abandoned by joy long ago. I know you're well enough to not even bother trying to change your mind, but you have a knack for diving headfirst into trouble. So hear me out. Oh, that's wet. Stop eating plastic. Fucking weirdo. Don't keep your head down, stay off the radar, don't feed willy-nilly, and above all, don't reveal your true nature unless you're 100% sure nobody can see you. Feed, part appetite, part lust, but there's gonna be sex. Hell yeah, guys, let's fucking go. And part addiction. Hunger is the drive to feed, taking the place of every other urge and pleasure. Hunger calls to vampires constantly, whispering and screaming in equal desires of its need and desire for blood. Let's go. I think Maury should leave. Maury, it's been great having you. I'm joking, you can stay if you want, but don't let your parents know. So the masquerade, basically. The masquerade. They're actually going home now anyway, so I won't see anything. Fair enough. Alright, look after yourself, Maury. Stay hydrated. Thou shalt not reveal thy true nature to those not of the blood. Doing such shall renounce thy claims of blood. A tradition universally respected by both the Camarilla and Anarchs, mortals must never learn of the supernatural. If the kindred are to survive in the modern age of technology, one sloppy feeding, one careless action caught on a live stream, or one mistimed confession to a mortal lover could spell doom for anyone involved. Hi, what's up, Bubby? Thanks for catching a bit, lovely. I'm not joking, Callie. Keep low or else. Yeah, thanks for the tip. I rise to my feet and wave goodbye as I head out the door. Wait, I wasn't tied to the chair? I thought I was tied to the chair. I'll grab you once I found Renard on my own since you've been such a big help. This is cool. It takes me a while to actually notice the air around me, crisp and clear about the ever-present stench of D'Angelo's nicotine habitat. It is a fucking vape pen, holy shit. I find it's taking me longer each time to catch on. When will I reach the point where I don't notice it anymore? Renard's silence and the total lack of hints about his whereabouts bug me way more than I'm ready to say out loud. The streets are deserted. It's like everyone vanished, scared off by the winter chill that mortals seem to hate. The darkness of the night, lit up by bursts of colour, is kind of beautiful in a bleak, urban way. But my sire is gone, and I don't know what to do. Back at D'Angelo's, I was all talk, swearing that I'd track down Renard myself or burn up trying. Pretty sure he saw right through my BS. Were I half as confident as I pretended, I wouldn't feel so utterly lost. In late December, in the big fucking dangerous apple of all places. If D'Angelo's warnings have any weight, maybe it's time to bulk up our supplies. Our coterie? Let's just say we're big on being ready for anything. A small group of kindred united by the need for support, sometimes common interests, often called a crew or a gang. Renard's the mastermind behind all our safety nets, making sure we don't even brush close to failure. His obsessive preparedness has pulled us out of the fire more than once. Wherever we're running our gigs, we've got those spots stocked up with goods and, let's call it, personal protection. One of those hidden caches lies just around the block, if I remember right. Been ages, but it's probably the first time I should hit it up before I go hunting for Renard. Better safe than in a grave, right? I'm gonna see if I can put Nico in her sack. Bear with me. Because you are cold and you're pretending to not be cold. Are we in the sack? We are in the sack. We are in the sack. We are happy in the sack. To get your pillow. To be fair, I don't think your pillow's ready yet. Okay, so I don't know what... I don't know if I'm supposed to go to like one or the other of these. This is main quest as a detour. So this is where I'm supposed to go and grab supplies, and then these are main story. Okay, I understand. Well, they said that they wanted to go and grab these. Well, that's a great start, it. Oh, it's a rat. I don't know what it was. Great, just fucking great. Looking over at the wreckage of what used to be my secret stash, I can't stop the flood of swears. Whoever the hell found it, they cleared it out completely. They didn't even have the courtesy to leave a "my bad for the raid" note. It wasn't a treasure trove or anything, just an old combat knife, a bulletless revolver, and some jewelry I was trying to pawn off for far less than what they're worth. I get why they'd take that stuff, but seriously, what's anyone going to do with a cooler full of expired blood bags? This has been the work of one of our kind. After what D'Angelo said, it doesn't seem too far-fetched. Fuck. Whoever they are, they better hope I don't find them first. Sitting back onto the streets, the harsh reality hits me. My gear is history, and no amount of complaint is going to magically bring it back. Believe me, I tried. Then again, maybe I'm just being paranoid. D'Angelo has a thing for urban legends and slapping conspiracy theories onto pretty much anything. Why should this time be any different? It's Christmas, after all. Around these parts, looting is practically a tradition, a holiday tradition. As I'm coming to terms with my situation and thinking about what to do next, I get that weird feeling. It's like my inner alarm system is giving me a nudge, telling me something's off. Quick look behind me confirms it. Yep, I've got followers, and not just one, but two. Finally, I'm hitting my social media milestones. My gut tells me to be faster, and I find myself darting into a belly-lit alleyway, disappearing into the shadows. I press myself against the cold wall bricks and wait. That's when I catch it, a high-pitched voice filled with endless babble. Her words cut through the air, harsh and acidic. She's talking about me, and it's far from flattering. Oh, okay, right, we're gonna have to go real common for this 1 second. It was her, the freak drabbed in all that drab grey. I effing told ya. Drab grey? Who the hell does she think she is? I need to get a look at them. Girl, we come back empty-handed for the third time and we're fucking cooked. Oh, fuck her and her cheap ass forest ranger getup. The nerve to diss my look. What is this? Back in secondary school. Why are they even after me anyway? The one making all the noises fidgeting non-stop, like a squirrel high on candy, muttering something I can't make out. It's clear planning impromptu actions isn't her strong suit. The other one seems timid, obviously wishing she was anywhere but here. I find the whole scene hilarious under different circumstances, but I've got bigger fish to fry than this low-budget permanent midnight remake. So she might let something slip that's actually worth hearing. If hanging around Renard has taught me anything, is that there's no such thing as useless intel. The loud one suddenly steps in front of her buddy, shoving her aside pretty harshly. Go look round the corner, I'll check things out here. That bitch is gonna be nearby. Buzz me on the radio if anything pops up. With a noticeable lack of enthusiasm, the other girl drags herself away, letting out a sigh of relief, clearly glad to dodge this mess, even if just for a bit. When she's out of sight, the loudmouth digs into her pocket, and after a moment of fumbling, takes a loud snort of something. Well, that sheds some light on her jitteriness. Too bad she's now blocking my only way out of this alley, but from what I can tell, no one's watching. We don't need to feed right now, so I'm just gonna wait for her to clear out. Going head to head with her seems hardly worth it, even though everything inside me is shouting to do just that. Reining in that edge is no small feat. That drive has been a part of me way before it turned me into a Ravnos. So I hang back, waiting just long enough for her to tire of waiting around. Maybe the buzz carried her off to some other distraction. Regardless, she finally takes off, and I've got the green light to slip away. Damn, it turns out D'Angelo wasn't just blowing smoke up my ass. Still, I've got places to be, things to handle. I just hope this didn't eat up too much time. Finding Renard remains a top priority. I should go back to Coney Island, and see if he turned up while I was gone. The possibility of berating him for thoughtlessness cracks me up, if only a little. And yeah, I've got to move the RV before it draws too much attention, before some busybody develops an unwanted interest in it. There's no point in driving it to Coney Island when I can take the subsequent way. So what do I do first? Okay, and then this is where we do this. Okay, we can do that. We can go pick up the RV, I think. If anything happens to ourselves, Renard's gonna skin me when he shows up. I happen to like my skin. Had it for as long as I can remember. Plus, it's not like he's facing his final death or anything, I think. I assume this is When a vampire crosses from undeath into true death, from which they cannot be brought back, fire, sunlight, decapitation, dismemberment, or total destruction of the body are ways to meet the final death. A vampire less than a year old becomes a rotting corpse, while older skeletons turn to skeleton. Okay. Cool. That is what I thought it would be. Okay. New York really lives up to its rep as a city that never sleeps. People keep walking past, oblivious to the intensity of my gaze. The blood slowly coursing through their veins just beneath the surface of their skin tempts me in ways I cannot describe. I force myself to look away, not for the dregs of my immorality, not because I feel any ground respect for them. It's simpler than that. Too many eyes, too much risk. I cruise unspoken credo. As I approach the ruined parking lot where I stashed my RV, I freeze. Shit, there's already a crowd milling around too. No, 3 of them. Maybe mortal, but kindred or ghouls are much more likely. Is what, random thieves suddenly got their hands itchy for an RV as old as mine? No, they must be Camarilla types, given where we are. Second. Sorry, just having a drink. I can feel my vitae starting to boil, but I play it cool. What's their interest in my RV? How'd they even find it? And more importantly, how do I get them to leave? Blood of a vampire. Okay. I can't remember which one of these they are, but this I've got more skills in. I gesture subtly towards the far end of the lot and conjure up the loud, discordant sound of a garbage bin falling over, coupled with muffled curses and retreating steps. With luck, the prowlers will take the bait. They do. I'm sold. Where did they all come from? Wait, what? What are you clipping? Oh wow, we've got a lot of fucking Valorant Spectre Forces, alright. Oh, okay. Remember me going LGBT, they're gay vampires, I'm sold. They carelessly drop whatever they were holding and one by one cock their heads and prowl toward the source of the sound, moving away from my spot. This is my moment. I sneak over to my van only to see it's being completely ransacked. They've wrecked it, digging through hidden compartments, flipping through confidential documents that won't reveal anything to them, filling my meticulously stored blood and tossing my sparse furnishings onto the pavement. My home, violated, ruined, done. Barely containing the wrath simmering just under my cold, undead skin, I force myself to calm down. I'll sneak into the driver's seat before my illusion fades away. Beating off right underneath their noses is bold, maybe even a bit stupid, but, well, oh my god, like I always do, it rarely fails me, but when it does, oh boy. I mean, I am Ravnos, right? The first idea that pops into my head is typically the winner. Ravnos. Masters of misdirection, the Ravnos prefer not to fight or bleed for something they can obtain through subtler means. They can charm and vanish within the same mortal breath, and those once fooled quickly learn to question their very senses when in the company of ravens. Always on the move, the Ravnos can never rest in the same place for long, lest their curse light them on fire as they slumber. I see. So basically just like a bunch of rogues, thieves sort of thing. Travelers, I guess, right? Oh, you're loving your sack. It's very cold in my house today. Do you know what? The sack is coming to you so much. Nico is loving her sack so much. Like every time she sees it, she's like, yeah, get me in that bitch right now. Especially when it's chilly. She loves it. Just as I'm about to make my move toward the RV, I spot her. Actually, scratch that. It's my skin that reacts first. Every hair standing on end is electrocuted. An alarm blares in my head, screaming danger. Only then do I see her stepping smoothly out of the shadows, gait relaxed and yet somehow predatory. Leaving so soon, sugar? I have no idea who she is, and I'm normally spot on at identifying those who'd prefer me finally dead. It's handy in my line of business. Yep, duty calls, and by duty I mean you can fuck right off. Doesn't even blink at my quip and just keeps inching closer. I feel an urge to step back, but a quick side eye informs me that the prowlers have returned and are standing right behind me. I'm afraid you're gonna have to come with me. Sorry, no can do, sugar. Dad always said not to go off with strangers. The smile stretches wider, but it's devoid of any real humor or warmth. Ginny steps away now, and I'm effectively trapped. Well, this stranger isn't giving you too many options, doll. I am Valerie Duval, the Scourge of New York. An executor subordinated directly to the sheriff with a penchant for eliminating caitiffs and Finbloods. The council typically major clans and key factions of the domain. Its members might include clan elders, those who control the largest hunting grounds, or individuals who have curried favor with the prince. They communicate directly with the prince, offering their counsel. Okay. The council has issued an arrest warrant in your name, since they've taken interest in your unusual endeavors. With those recent business meetings, you've left a trail of breadcrumbs too scrumptious not to follow. The fuck? We barely had time to look around New York, let alone meet up with anyone. Now, you can either accompany me without a fuss, or... well, let's just say leave it at the first option. It's decidedly in your best interest. She gestures to one of the prowlers behind me, her henchman, I guess, who brandishes a hefty sharpened stake. My throat tightens involuntary. What the fuck does the council want to do with me? Our cruise business isn't all that against their precious traditions, is it? 6 ancient traditions create the framework of governments among Camarilla kindred. When they are open to interpretations in each domain, and some more important than others, they are known to all Camarilla kindred. So there's 6 traditions. Okay. I am not without reason, darling. Your move. Thanks for the fake choice. Oh, it's my move, ain't it? Because from my viewpoint, all roads seem to end at the tip of that stake. Said tip jabs painfully against my back, right where my heart would be beating badly if it wasn't all shriveled up. Case in point. The council will undoubtedly release you following a meticulous inquiry, of course. This is your final chance. Alright, Jesus, I'll fucking go with you. Valerie tosses me a so-called smile, the sort that could turn the sun into ice. Good girl. Now come, the council is waiting. I've lost my other quest here now, though, which is a bit worrying. Hey, Bubby. Thank you. Well, it's delicious. Thanks.
You have some?
I'm okay, thank you. I'll be about soy sauce. Judgment on the Elysium. Okay, so... right.